we've seen actors get this critical acclaim and then move to other projects, and then you barely hear it from them again.
Right. Right.
And I'm curious if she is going to maintain momentum, because she's been in a couple of things before this movie, and garnered some acclaim for her acting in those. And I'm wondering if she's just kind of going to be on a hot streak for a little while.
I don't know about a hot streak. I mean, there's people like Daisy Ridley. Where's she been since Star Wars? But also, everybody doesn't want to be in the limelight all the time, like these mega stars that do project after project and are constantly on the go and have stressful lives. People just want to, do a project here because they enjoy it, rest, do a project here, and then they don't have to be in the limelight all the time for us to not be like, where are they? What are they working on these days? But I think she'll be in the background here and there, but I don't think she's going to be in the limelight.
I have a theory. I think she's too old.
You think?
I think she's too old to be someone who goes on a big old movie campaign.
True. Yeah.
Because who's on the campaigns currently? Sydney Sweeney.
Yep.
Sydney Sweeney's on the young, attractive person campaign, just like Timothy Chalamet is, just like Tom Holland was, just like Austin Butler is. We're on the young, attractive people movie campaign. I think she's too old. I think she's going to be in a lot of great films. I think she's going
to kind of know her limits on clearly I'm suited for these dramatic roles, like Killers of the Flower Moon, and work more in the dramatic sort of realm of films and movies.
I don't know exactly. That's the thing. Have I seen anything else except Killers that she's been in? I don't think I have.
I'm positive that you haven't.
And so I don't know her versatility. I really don't. And if she's very versatile, usually actors that go in that are in dramatic things also dabble in comedy a little bit, dabble in I would say some dabble in like the box office superhero genres or monster verses we talked about, but I don't see her going that way. I think she could dabble in some of like the dark comedies that are coming out, but maybe, she's well suited obviously for drama. I just don't know her versatility very well. Is she slated to go on to something else?
Yeah. So there was an article I saw that was talking about how she's moving on to The Memory Police, which is, it seems to be in sort of a similar vein of drama. It's actually based on a book, which was not on purpose. I just saw the article and started reading through it. But this is the book adaptation season of podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Since the movie that she's going into is adapted from a book, that makes it that much better. It's I believe like a sci-fi sort of thriller.
Right.
Yeah. People are, kept on an island, and let's see what it says. The novel is a parable taking place on an unnamed island off an unnamed coast where a majority of the island's residents are subject to collective amnesia. They endure the process of forgetting things, including objects, people, and daily rituals, with the amnesia enforced by an organization called the Memory Police. A novelist tries to hide her editor, who can still remember, from the Memory Police while he encourages her to write a book.
The Memory Police?
Mm-hmm.
That's the corniest thing I've ever heard.
But apparently the novel was enjoyed. I saw some people saying it has sort of a timeless quality to it, and it's I believe written by a Japanese writer.
Okay,
is she? You think she likes the book adaptations because Killers was a book adaptation?
Yeah, maybe she feels like she can jump into a role of a character that has been written down and really kind of get into some of that character work and read about who she's playing.
Yeah. Maybe
To
she just, a big reader. She likes the stories. And, they're always better that way because writers are better storytellers. And then if you make a screenplay based off a book, then usually it turns out better because it's not, there's better story in there.
right.
So this is interesting. So Reed Morano is going to direct this. And she is best known for her cinematography work. And
Yeah.
she's got a couple directing credits, best known for directing
I know she
Handmaid's Tale.
directed the pilot episode for Handmaid's Tale.
Right, but but most of her credits is as a cinematographer. And then her directing credits is Handmaid's Tale,
The TV series and shorts.
I don't know that it could still work though. I mean, a good director needs to be able to communicate with their DP to get the shot they need. So,
I'm fully on board with a cinematographer who knows how to tell stories, who have like a natural ability to tell stories, can make an awesome director. The problem you run into is, are you that the skills that don't translate as well is, are you really good at communicating emotion? Because cinematographers can see and visualize emotion really well and capture it, but can you communicate what the actor needs to know? That's a skill that doesn't translate as well. So if she has that, that's great. I think as far as The Handmaid's Tale goes, the drama was really well done. I'm not a fan of the story, but I don't think she wrote the story.
I mean,
the visuals are awesome. The Handmaid's Tale visuals
what's her
are
name?
incredible.
Lilly.
No, Reed Moran.
No, Lilly. Lilly as the actor. At least what I've seen of interviews and her talking about stuff from Killers, she's very good at, just rolling with it and improvising on the spot. Because her and Leonardo DiCaprio did a lot of improvising for Killers, and so I think as long as she's got the shot she wants with, the camera as a good DP, and then she just lets Lilly just kind of do her thing, and Lilly knows what character she's playing and telling the story the right way because she's read the book and she's done her research, then I think it'll be fine. I think maybe there could be circumstances, yes, where she's like, she can't communicate with her actors because she's not good at that of getting.
Well, I'm not saying anything about her. I don't
good.
know her. I mean, I don't know her quality of work yet. But you're right that if you were inexperienced with that, getting the best actors who are good at that is a good idea.
I know that she's received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress this year. I wouldn't be surprised if she wins that. A lot of people are saying that she was really good.
Who, Lilly?
Yeah, Lilly Gladstone.
Yeah.
Didn't she get a Golden Globes as well?
I'm pretty sure.
They thought Leonardo might take it, but Cillian took it, and she took Best Lead Woman.
We never talked about that. I don't want to go off of this topic.
We did. You weren't on the episode. You were not on the live, I think.
Well, no, we briefly talked about it, and you said I had started the movie, but I haven't gotten to the end of Killers yet. You never finished it. How do you think of the end of Killers for Leonardo specifically, his acting, especially at the trial?
It was the same as the rest of the film. I mean, he was more emotional.
No, I disagree.
I don't know what you're pointing out there. Leo was the same level of good acting through the whole film, but I would not say it's his best film he's ever done.
We need to sit down and get Wyatt to watch the movie.
Look, the complexity of character and the amount of details with his character that he has to work through in Inception is a lot more dense than this character, in my opinion.
Okay.
What about her character?
Her character, as far as like
in Killers of the Flower Moon,
I think she was great. She played a much more versatile character in Killers than Leonardo did.
I think she should have won the role over Leonardo, but I think Leonardo definitely did his like best performance in this movie.
No, I don't
She
think so.
definitely deserves to win. She did a
She
fantastic job.
deserves. She deserves. If Leo gets an award, I don't think it's for this movie.
You
He was. What do you say?
you
I
just
am
want
what?
to fight. You just want to give all the props to Oppenheimer and Killian, and they were good. I don't want to
Killian did
downplay
better.
that, but you
I'm
just
not
don't want to
saying
give
he
any
didn't.
props to
Look,
this movie.
Leonardo did the character perfectly, but I am telling you, it was not as hard of a character than other roles Leonardo has done. And so I'm saying it's not the most impressive performance, the most
I
impressive
disagree.
character he's ever acted
He be
as.
doing. He was hard for this movie.
He went hard. I'm saying he did a good job. I'm just saying the character
You
wasn't as
and
good as other characters he's
this,
played.
okay. One more question, and then we'll go back to actually like the segment.
Lily Gladstone.
Wise, do you think he was packing his cheeks at the end?
Packing his cheeks with
Yeah.
tobacco?
No, he was doing the Godfather thing, the Marlon Brando thing.
Probably, but he wasn't it supposed to be tobacco? He was doing tobacco the whole time. He was swallowing tobacco.
Sure. No, like during the trial, he had the big cheeks.
Yeah. Would he get in a fight? I can't remember.
I think that's what it was, or something like that. He got into a fight, or his cheeks were swollen for some reason. But remember, closer to the end of the movie, his cheeks just kept getting bigger and bigger.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't pick up on what that significance might be. I just caught the whole film. He had something in his mouth, and I just assumed his character loves tobacco, and that's what I went with. I mean, he literally took a moment in a scene where he's talking to Robert De Niro to pause his line to go swallow his tobacco and then keep going. Did you catch that?
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
there's one
you gotta
scene.
watch it. Maybe we'll sit down and watch it today.
Look, there's one. It's a long movie, Wyatt, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't hold your attention as hard.
No, don't listen to him. Just go into it blind.
I've watched
form your own opinion.
long movies before.
I have a problem with the artistic expression that Martin Scorsese chose to end the story. I have a problem with it.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin it because Wyatt hasn't seen it, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, let's go back.
He summarizes how the story ends, like because there's a lot more story that the audience needs, right? That he didn't include in the film, and so the film almost cuts off, and then in a heated moment, right? A really important climax of the film, and then it's summarized in this other way. And I feel like in some ways, look, I respect Martin Scorsese. I definitely don't enjoy all of his films, but I 100% respect him as a filmmaker. But I kind of felt like it was shoehorned in so he could have the last word a little bit. Him as a person. You know what I'm saying, Joshua? You know what I'm saying. You just don't agree with me.
Yeah, but no, I'm perfectly fine with it. The movie was long and they had to close it out somehow. I liked it. This was my favorite movie of last year, and you can't argue about that. I enjoyed this over Oppenheimer. As much as Oppenheimer was good, I enjoyed this more than Oppenheimer, and I'm going to take that to my
grave.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. Well, it was funny as I was making these. I actually made this segment last, and I sort of got to the end, and I was like, "Oh, this is based on a Japanese book by a Japanese author," and I just previously written 2 Japanese-centered segments. I think I have another slide of the book cover.
Let's see. That's more killer. Here we go. So the memory police.
Yeah.
I think I'm curious to see what this is. It's a little on the nose with they have amnesia and they're controlled by the memory police. Do you think that's a translation issue? Was this written in English?
It could be a translation thing. They could have a more interesting name in Japanese.
Yeah, that's true. It could translate to be a bit cheesy. I'm assuming it's not written in English, this book or this story. But I'm interested to see. I need to know more about Reed Morano, and we have a lot of cinematography credits. I think she's a good cinematographer.
Mm.
She did The Place Beyond the Pines. She did the work on that, and I really enjoyed that film. Very interesting take. Did you guys ever watch that movie?
Place Beyond the Pines.
Behind the Pines.
You got Bradley Cooper, Ryan Gosling.
I don't think I saw that one.
So
No, I don't
it's
think so.
long. It's interesting because what they do is they tell 3 stories in that film, and they don't tell them simultaneously. They do the full story, end it, and then start the next one, end it, and then start the next one and end it. Okay. And so it's an interesting story structure. She didn't write it, she didn't direct it, but she did the cinematography. I thought the cinematography is really well done on that. It is a long movie. I definitely have to watch this when it comes out. One, Lilly Gladstone's probably going to do good in it because it seems like a story that she would do well in. And then maybe, hopefully, it's not cheesy as I initially get the impression. But also, I'm curious to see what Reed Morano does as directing. I think it's really cool that cinematographer's directing. I just want to see what her chops are, I guess.